9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Deep within the vast currents of the angling world, two remarkable specimens emerge from the depths of tradition, the Meadow Hopper and the Sulfur Soft Hackle. One, a cunning mimic of the grasshoppers that tumble helplessly into the water's grasp. The other, a delicate yet deadly soft hackle, drifting effortlessly in the current, awaiting its unsuspecting quarry. But tonight, something is different. Our usual guide, Tim, is absent once again. And so a new presence steps in, the ever-skilled Aaron Novlan, ready to take the vise. And let us not forget the ultimate battle of wits. The wizard lurks once more, as Flyingo resets with fresh prizes. Who will outsmart him this time? So gather close for an evening of masterful fly tying, unpredictable prizes, and of course, mystery beers. Welcome to Thursday Night Live, episode 9.
End of the show.
What's up?
Diggity
dog.
Here we are.
Tell me what is Aaron's last name and you're going to win a prize.
First one up. Come on.
It's the good guys.
We're the good guys.
Welcome back to season 7, episode numero 8. 9. Noof. Wow. We are flying through the season.
2/3.
And in case you just tuned in for the first time ever, make sure you put a comment in the comment spot, you know, where the comments go.
That's right. Right there.
And we'll get to you shortly. But what we do here first on each and every episode of Fly Thursday, I don't even know where I am. Reset.
It's been one of those days.
Let me tell you. We had some moonshine.
Some technical difficulty. Squeezing into the good guy dolls.
And then we showed up to be the good guys. Making sure the proper lights are on. And there's couch riders tonight, so stay tuned to find out who is sitting on the couch. But before we get going, what do? It's called Fly Toga. It is an opportunity for you to stretch your fingers and figure out how that keyboard works. So if you don't have a keyboard, you're going to want to find one. Or if you're watching it on your TV, hey, Alexis, order this person a keyboard. Even better. I'm afraid my own phone's going to go off here.
It's going to go.
Hey, Siri, order this person a keyboard that works with their TV. Yep, mine went off.
There it goes.
What do you guys?
What do you mean?
Your phones.
My phones? You don't like my phone.
Is your phone?
Where do you know that?
Well, I know. That's why I want to know what it's called. Is it called like Christopher Columbus?
My phone is
Alexis.
Yeah, it's Alexis.
All right, so it's super easy. You just got to throw down who you think's going to win this race. We do 4 races every single episode. We got a little something planned for you guys today. We're going to tie some flies. Well, Aaron's going to tie some flies, and I'm going to sit over here to try to make fly tying great again.
Yeah, but we also got, Flies by Dana, the history,
oh yeah, I forgot.
What's going
I do
on.
have a role here.
Right? You do have a little bit of a role.
Getting buggy, and I definitely heard from Baldy Bob this morning. He's making an appearance tonight, so make sure you stay tuned. But first of all, just throw it in there in the comments. Let's get this first race.
But before we get this first race rolling, we've got our beautiful sponsors up there, all in lines 1, 2, 5. So everyone, it looks like on the board there, everyone's picking their favorite their team.
Winner. Their winner
let's
of
rock
their,
and roll.
Costume. It looks like it's a costume race tonight.
Yep.
So feel free. It's a 25-second race, and when I hit start, you cannot change your answer unless you want to, because I'm not keeping track. Who are you going with?
I'm going to start off with the Black Stag Bakery.
All right. Well, as always, I'm going to go with the TNL fam because they are my favorite. And, well, anyways, actually, all of these people are part of the TNL fam. So does technically everybody win if everybody wins? So
I think it is.
All right. Everybody, couch people, get in your guesses, your votes, and about to hit start.
Here we go. They're off. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at the fam just taking it off.
Oh, the fam never loses.
Nope.
The fam champ, Banana Man.
Oh, it's a
but
neck and
Fish
neck.
Pond, you never count them out.
Coming up.
And I'm not going to say
Bakery's making it. The bakery's going. Oh, here
wait
comes
a
the
sec.
fam.
This is neck and neck.
Photo finish.
Oh my goodness. Will it be Maggie?
That's my 1 for 4 as usual, and now I'm done.
I've never won ever. Did you win?
Yeah.
I don't win.
Look at that.
Look at still
just
going.
cheering
It's
forever.
still going.
Just cheering.
Look at Maggie run. Just absolutely. Come back, Maggie. We've got another race to do. So that's kind of easy. It's kind of easy. Yeah, see, Ken Hall knows when I say something, don't go with it.
That's right.
We got Beer 30 coming up. We got some mystery beers, to which they're not going to be a mystery too much longer.
No.
And the truth is, I just didn't have any to post. So, tip of the hat to you. We do have them. Aaron brought them up from the big YYC.
We just went in the cooler
And,
and saw what was not on the list so far, and it's surprising.
All right, next race is up, and I am going to go with Hyde because we had a great weekend spent with the Hyde boys as they were up here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
That was a fabulous weekend.
All the way from Idaho Falls, Idaho. And because I roll a Hyde, I'm going to choose to go with Hyde right now.
I'm going to take your horse, the last one. I'm going TNL fam.
All right.
Here
TNL
we
fam,
go.
get your votes in here. You don't win anything. It's just a pride thing. We call it the Fly Toga because it learns you that comments matter. And the show is dictated by your comments. So here we go again.
Here we roll. Oh, come on. Come on, fam. You got it. Come on. Keep cheering. Keep cheering. Let's go. We got this. Oh, Wolf Creek. Black Stag. Again. Oh, here comes the fam. Here we go.
Here comes the fam.
Oh, the fam always
Don't
comes
count
up.
Hideout. Look at
2 for 2.
Did you? Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Holy.
The TNL fam always comes through in the clutch. Oh, that's so cool. Super awesome. The Banana Man runneth.
Just.
Truthfully, I met a lot of people this last weekend who watched TNL, and a couple people said to me, "Oh, I'm not part of the club. I just watch." There's no club. It's just a family. So if you watch, if you tune in, let us know you're here because everyone here is a part of the TNL
As soon as you
fam.
tune in, you're part of the fam.
Yeah, we just adopted you.
Yeah.
As soon as you logged in.
Even
Even if you're 5 seconds into the show, you're it. We have adopted you.
Okay.
You are a good guy.
You're a good,
Good
guy.
guys. All right, next race up here. I'm going to go with
Who's it going to be now?
I'm going to go with my favorite fishing gear,
Yep.
fish pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys are great over there.
Oh, they're something special.
They are. That's a special
quality
crew.
gear, quality people. It's important. I know there's this whole like Canada, US, so whatever. It's like support your friends. Okay, Fish Pond are big friends of ours and yours, and so make sure that you don't fish with crappy gear this summer because you're not wanting to support your friends. So there it is, Fish Pond. Get your round 3 votes in here, and we're off to the races.
Here we go. Oh, I didn't pick one. Wolf Creek.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm on the creek.
You meant Black Stag.
It's all good.
Look at Maggie.
Wow,
Just racing.
just out of the gate. Just ripping. Come on, Wolf. Let's go 3 for 3. 3 for 3.
You never want to show up late to TNL, folks.
Come on.
Because you miss Fly Toga.
This could be a first.
For me,
Oh, this is a photo finish. 3
Are
for
you
3. And I swear, there was no watching pre-recording here or anything like that. Like, this just happens.
oh man, that's unfortunate. Race again. Here we go. Last race. Get your tabs, your votes in, whatever you call them, your selections. And
what is it going to be now?
Well, I'm going to go with Black Snake Bakery.
I'm just like, do you go with someone different again?
I know.
Or
See why I
do you
did
go back
five?
to an original?
You got to like leave somebody out. And well, because we've got some amazing baking coming to you live from here. And we got some couch people who are going to, actually one of the couch people showed up tonight just to try, because actually the couch person that's here introduced us to Maggie. And we'll introduce you to him a little later on.
We can't wait to get to the couch.
I'm
going with the boys from Hyde.
All right, get your votes in. Last race. Here we go. Final.
Here we go.
Can Aaron go 4 for
4 for 4?
Is the question. Can I go 0 for 4 is also the question.
Here
we go. Off to the final race.
Come on. 4 for 4 will be history making. I think it's, you know what?
I think I'm winning, guys. I think I'm doing it. My first this you will witness.
I think it's going to be the TNL fans going to come through again.
History here. Are you kidding me?
Oh, come on.
What is going on?
Here we go.
Did you get it?
No, I went Hyde. But you got 1. You got your 1. No,
I said Black Snake.
Oh, you changed.
And she was winning the whole way. Oh, man. Hope your fingers are warm.
Well, 3 for 4 is still the best.
Crazy Man Jack, hi. Was the kid at the boat and outdoor show last weekend, and you have me in one of your boxes for free. Crazy Man Jack, hold tight. We got so many fun things to do tonight. But we got to say thanks to our sponsors. Hold tight.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fish Pond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry-first weather resistance to new Nomad net models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
In the year 3000, fly fishing influencers will be fully holographic, but they'll still take themselves way too seriously.
In the year 3000, after Canada officially becomes the 51st state, all Bull River trout will require a U.S. visa before migrating, and somehow Montana gets to charge for it.
In the year 3000, Elon Musk will launch Tesla waders featuring built-in sonar, Wi-Fi, and self-drying technology. But they still leak after one season.
In the year 3000, the most expensive piece of fly gear will no longer be a sage rod or a custom reel, but a permit to fish, because the entire Bull River will be owned by Jeff Bezos.
In the year 3000, AI will be able to tie flies instantly, but humans will still spend 6 hours watching YouTube tutorials before trying to tie on one themselves.
Instead of catching fish, anglers will just place an order on Amazon, and the drone will deliver a custom-filmed fight video of your trout, because who has time to actually catch fish anymore?
Oh, I love it.
Sometimes it's a hard finish.
That was still a fun future.
Scroll up. If you missed that whole thing in the past.
That's the thing with
It's
doing
a
it
skit.
live and
It's a
not
skit.
pre-recording. That
Yeah.
was SNL right there.
Yeah.
TNL, SNL.
Conan O'Brien and your 3000 skit. Anyways, back to here. Hologram Tim. Yeah, your 3000 Tim will be able to travel wherever he wants, and we'll hologram him in here.
That's right.
All the good stuff. So yeah, anyways, guys, let us know where you're from. We have some new people that we want to kind of make mention a little. Whoa, comments went a little wild there.
They went crazy. Let's say hi to the fam
Just
jam.
let us know what you're drinking, where you're from. Crazy Man Jack. I know it was loud when I said that, but awesome. Glad you're here, buddy. It's a great place to hang out. You can see lots of fun things happen. Some people didn't go 4 for 4.
Nope.
One of those people were me. I have yet to win.
You've
No, I haven't won a heat
ever.
Wow. Like, that's why they know. People just don't. They just don't.
I thought you won one heat at least out of all these
Nope.
episodes so far.
No, that's fact.
Wow.
Mr. Ritzko's here. Scooter Tabor.
Yeah.
The year 3000 is going to be wild if all of those predictions do come true. And Cam doesn't quit smoking after all. Well, there's a high probability that I think I'm losing blood flow to my legs with my outfit here.
Yeah.
Scotty Lorenz from Littleton, Colorado. Mr. Croteau from out east. Dylan Duchers drinking a Coors Light. Welcome, buddy. Glad you're here. Paulie D in Suncrest, Washington, sipping some orange Jim Beam. Well, we did have some creamsicle.
We did have
slosh.
That was great. Little Doug Lindsay there. Who else we got on
What's
the
first
board?
fly you're going to tie tonight?
First one
what
we
should
got
they
going
get ready
on
in their
tonight?
bobbins?
So we got two great flies for you here tonight. First, we're going to start off with our little swinging sulfur hackle fly. So you're going to want to get that kit rolled out, pull that packaging out of your season 7 there. Episode 9. Wow, where is it going?
Where's it going?
So-
Time going. We only have 1 month left.
I know, right?
Three weeks left, and we got IF4. Okay, it's scrolling across the top. March 22nd in Olds, Alberta, Canada.
Yep.
Jill Dooley's here from Missouri. Maker's Mark and Coke. Doug Roger, an ice cold Yingling lager. He must be an East guy because that's where the Yingling is. And Ron's doing Bailey's and Jameson on ice.
I know, but I think Joe was into the makers last week too. That must be a staple on Thursday.
It's a thing to do. Good evening, Dusty Barnes from old, just north of Red Deer.
Yeah. So, back to the fly.
Back to
Real
the fly.
fun. So you guys are gonna we're gonna load up your bobbin with a UTC 70 black and size 14. I think we're putting it on tonight.
Yeah.
And get all those materials ready to rock and roll. And then after that, we are sliding.
We're gonna do bing bang boom. We're gonna go fly. So
yeah, we're gonna keep
that party, and then we're gonna play Flyingo.
Yeah, and then we're gonna move into the low riding Meadow Hopper, and this is gonna be a nice low riding foam fly, and real easy to tie. And probably, one of my favorites out there. I like these little foamy foams.
And then also, I'm going to teach you guys why these flies exist and a little entomology, what we call getting buggy, all the good stuff. You're going to be absolutely, if you brought pockets, they're going to be full tonight with lots of good information. And your belly's going to ache because we got lots of laughs going on. But most importantly, the people who come here to share in the Thursdays with us are called the Couch People. So we should head on over and check out the Couch People, as I will
to the good guy couch.
Graciously unmute their mic, and I will click on something here called the Couch Guys. So welcome.
Hey boys.
How's it going?
Everybody. Oh, Ted, your hair is just flowing
that's
effervescently.
Some sick flow today.
Is that a word?
That is a word, actually.
All right, feel free to say hi if you guys want.
Hey, folks.
How's it going,
That's
fam?
Mr. Troy Langelar, and they're on the OQP couch. OQP stands for Only Quality People, because that's the TNL fam, the good people. Do you guys have anything else to say on the couch?
It's quiet.
Not yet.
All right.
I like that year 3000 stuff, though. That was pretty cool.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We always look forward to that sketch once a year.
I think Aaron was wrong on one of those, though.
What do you
I
mean?
think Elon Musk's waders will actually catch fire like his Teslas.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then Ken's nuts will burn.
Well, that's why we returned them after 1 year.
Yeah.
Right?
Even at that, nothing lasts past a year. That's Ted on the right. I believe it's your right in the funky 70s shirt. And that is Troy Langelar, Mr. Tree Roy. Because no matter where you are in the world, Troy finds trees to get caught in.
Yep.
And there's the name is Tree Roy.
And that Gaucho Kitty shirt is just looking mighty fine tonight, my friend.
Roger wants to know if the cat that got torched a few years ago is on Ted's head or Troy's head. Troy's wearing the cat. I'm surprised the cat hasn't come down here because we left the door open.
Usually GD's down.
Say goodbye to Gord. Here it is.
Yeah, there's Gord.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're going to come back to the Couch People. But first, one of the other somewhat mainstays in this side of the Western 52 states, 51,
50,
Northern, whatever.
50.
His name's Baldy Bob. And Baldy Bob is that guy, the guy that you always see hanging out at the fly shop. You know, the guy. That guy that always has a good story. Or
the best
let's
guy.
just say a story. So never forget a guy named Bob. And let's check in and hear from Bob this week, which I have not shared with you or the Couch People. So this story will run fresh for every set of ears except mine. But here's Baldy Bob.
Hey, Bob.
All right, folks, it's me, your favorite part of TNL. It's the Baldy Bob segment. I seem to be a mainstay, quite a big deal here, and maybe I'm here a little more than Tim, but who's keeping track? I am, actually. Anyways, old Baldy Bob, I've got a story for you. I'm selling t-shirts, Bob's Premium Bop Materials. You can buy them in my online store. Anyway, this one's a story that's got heartbreak, humiliation, and a whole lot of unsuspected ventilation? Question mark? Now listen up. I was on a mission, a hopper bite like you wouldn't believe. The meadows were buzzing, The grass was alive with click and snap of the grasshoppers getting careless. And I just knew that the trout were looking up. But to get to the river, you had to cross an old barbed wire fence. Now, I've seen this fence before, and let me tell you, the fence has seen things. Bent, rusted, probably taken down more good men than any grizzly bear ever has. But did that stop me? Nope. I just grabbed that top wire, threw one leg over, and just as I'm in mid-air... Yep, folks, when I say I tore it, I don't just mean a little snag. That fence took half my wardrobe. Yeah, it ripped right through my waders, my shorts, and my underbreeches. I ain't talking small tear, I'm talking a catastrophic structural failure. Now, did I panic? No. No. Did I think about going back? Well, absolutely not. Nope. Because I'm Baldy Bob, and Baldy Bob has to fish hoppers. Alright? So I waddled my way to the river, started slinging flies, slopping them on the river, and let me tell ya, I was in the zone. Cutties and browns and rainbows hammering my hoppers left, right, and center. The perfect day. But then the midday hits, the sun's high, and the wind picks up, and I feel something I ain't ever felt before. A draft. A chill where a chill ain't supposed to be. At first I think, boy, the wind is crisp today. And then I look down. Folks, how my bubblegum tuna was out. Bare, exposed, full San Juan worm nude mode. Flopping in the breeze like a woolly bugger caught in a backcast. And worst of all, nobody told me. For hours I'd been giving the river a full moon at noon. Now suddenly I understood what happened to Ken as he sat on the couch. The shame, the helplessness, the realization that the whole world was watching. I reached for my fishing pack. No extra underbreeches. No extra tape. Nope. My only options was to tie a hopper to my belt or march my way back through town like a defeated man. So I did what any respectable angler would do. I tied the biggest foam hopper I had right to my belt, and I got the heck off the river. Now the moral story is threefold. One, always carry an extra pair of underbreeches, and number two, barbed wire is not your friend. And number three, if you're gonna rep your britches, at least do it near a fly shop. Oh, yeah. One more thing. If I had my season 7 kit, I'd have tied better hoppers and caught more fish before my wardrobe malfunction became privy to my knowledge. So do yourself a favor. Get your season 7 kit now. Head on over to the website www.flyfishingbowriver.com/TNLS7. Because you never know when you're going to need a good hopper or an emergency fabric patch. Anyways, I'm Bob. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It's Beer Friday! Join Dana and Kim as they sip, savor, and sometimes suffer through craft beer adventures.
Oh, yeah. We can bring the couch people in on this party, and that's Baldy Bob, and he had some valuable lessons.
He had some great lessons there.
He had some great lessons for the folks that don't bring extra britches to... he knows how Ken felt. That's a good thing, because
the good old
exposed
barbed
to the
wire.
world, as very few people have had that privilege.
You ever find barbed wire?
Oh, dude. I will show you after.
The hidden barbed wire.
Always fun. All right, so we're gonna try some beer, and it's gonna go a little stuff.
There we go.
Oh,
I was just gonna say
the beer I wanted.
that's the one. You got it up now.
This one right here, the
Yep.
Cold West.
The cold West.
The Cold West. So we've already just poured it. We have not tried it because we don't try it before you guys see us try it. This whole idea of Beer 30 reviews was that of yours is right here, Ted.
Mr. Ted himself.
So Mr. Ted, sitting on the couch here, had this great idea this year that we should do something like this. And formal beer reviews, like let you guys know in advance, and so people could drink along or try along with us. So we've tried to get some American beers, which I don't think that's been tried by too many Americans. But anyways, here we are trying out beers, Beer 30, and this beer is called Cold West by Cabin Brewing. It is an ABV of 6.0% alcohol. It is an IBU of 45, so maybe there's some hop there. It pairs well with grilled salmon, fried chicken, and cheddar cheese, and it is a crisp, clean, cold IPA that blends the best of West Coast hoppiness with the refreshing finish of a lager. Now, doesn't that sound fascinating?
That does sound fascinating.
It is brewed with Simcoe, Citra, and Centennial hops. This beer delivers a citrusy and pine-forward aroma, followed by a dry, snappy bitterness. The addition of the Pilsner malt and flaked rice, that might turn me off, keeps the body light and crushable, making it the perfect hybrid for hop lovers who enjoy a crisp finish. This might be it all.
It could be it right here.
All right.
And there was a blind shoot when I went in today.
Yeah.
You know?
These were brought by Aaron.
I was like, should I pair with a baking cam? And then I was like, no, I don't know about the baking cam because I gave it away too early last week.
Yeah, so we didn't
So
fill him in on
that
it.
was being
bad guy.
a no-go. So I was like, you know what? We're going to just do something on a play on words for the beautiful Alberta.
Because we're out
here.
of the Cold West.
We are
All
out
right,
of the
give it a
Cold
try.
West.
Let's try it out. That is rolls around. Ted, what do you think?
I really like the flavor. It's a little bit citrusy. You
Yeah,
know?
I agree. I agree.
But other than that, it's nice and crisp and tasty. And fly trout, that's just rude.
What did he say?
Better keep the show
Oh,
on
yeah.
schedule. Ted will be snoring logs if it goes into overtime.
I think we always go to
This is
overtime.
a really good beer.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It
like
is.
Ted
Yeah.
Ted nailed it. Like a little bit citrusy, but
Nice.
the mouth, like it hits you well, and
Like-
it doesn't have that weird punchy.
Ted
You
was
know.
swishing
No, and what
around
does it
like
say on?
wine,
Does it
too.
say it's a hazy IPA on the
Well,
can
it's
there?
right here. Yeah.
You know this one, right? It says right on the outside. Does it say hazy IPA right there?
No, cold IPA.
Oh, just cold IPA. Well, there it is.
but it's not quite the hazy. It's
No.
That's kind of a wildly magical.
That's a win.
Well, and it has a nice after flavor. Like
Yeah, right? It doesn't
when you're
ruin
done,
your
you're not
mouth.
going, oh, yeah, that's
You don't
bad.
feel like you just
Yeah.
licked a
Pretty
9
good.
volt. Yeah.
No, this is a multiple patio one. Like, yep. That's
That
a
is-
win.
That is a crush. That is a good beer,
that was
guys.
a good find today, right there.
That is a great find. So we give him a review, and if I had a 4.5 star, I would.
I'm going right
Yeah.
to 5.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to hang in at 4.
yeah. So I think this one got insanely high reviews. 4.5, 4, and a 5, and that is a really good beer.
Isn't it?
One,
We'll have to remember that one.
one thing you didn't mention, who makes it?
Oh yeah, Cabin Brewing.
It's a Cabin Brewing.
Where?
And it was a collab with
Calgary?
Cabin
Yeah.
and Kilter Brewing Co. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Calgary.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Just
Yeah,
remember Cold West,
Cold West.
which thank God we're out of. Man, has it been glorious this last week and a bit.
that's like a sit on the patio and
Right? And not just one.
That's dangerous. That's a dangerous good beer.
I could see over in
Are you
my
up in that to a 5, Dana?
4.5.
You're talking like it's a 5.
Yeah, it's
Dana's got the 20-inch brown trout on a size 22 midge, a beer worth celebrating with precision and finesse. Exactly.
and you are a 26-inch brown trout toilet bowling a hopper, and you didn't miss the hook set. Legendary. The kind of beer dreams are made of. I just want to give a round of applause to this because they threw a lot of flavors in there, and
they all pair well.
Like they're not competing; they're just
no, beautiful.
They're all living happy in the can.
Yeah,
definitely. All right, so we're gonna keep on rolling here. We do have another beer, a couple more, maybe if we get to them, but definitely we started off with the right one here.
That was the right one to go with.
But we're gonna tie some flies. We're gonna tie did you say the Sulfur Soft?
We're gonna start off with the Sulfur
Soft Hackle.
Sulfur Soft, and a little getting buggy with Dana, and maybe a little sketchy's gonna be in there.
But before you know it, the best part of the night comes from the Black Stag Bakery Baking Gam. Again, something else Ted brought to the show was Maggie, and you see Ted.
He has his
Ted
ways.
struggles with saying no to these kind of treats, and
I don't even fight it. I just go.
yeah. And what Ted did for a long time is he would bring me boxes of treats from Maggie, to which got me addicted.
Oh,
and
that's
then
how it started.
Ted's kind of like a matchmaker, so he's like, we should kind of try to work something out here. So, well, anyways, here we
Ted's
are.
the dealer.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, we just jumping right in because
we're just.
That's fun. Look at that.
Don't let him scare you by saying the overtime.
Looks to be
overtime.
I'm not
10.
worried about Ken.
You can always wake me up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's dangerous.
Oh,
yeah.
Looks to be a tart.
It does look like a tart.
Yeah.
And it looked like there was maybe some rhubarb and some apple or something in there.
Yeah.
You think?
I think we're not going to be I don't know what the crumble is on top, but
there's never disappointment. I can tell you that right
the baking cam gets me going.
Yeah.
Enabler. Yeah, see, Ted's an enabler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why it's so good.
I'm just wondering how we can make sure. We're going to have to get orders ready for weeks on end.
Well, there's markets, and I believe Trax Pub at IF4 is going to have multiples of whatever we have that Thursday before, so you can pick them up there. Because I know a lot of people here are going to be like, man, how do I get them? And, well, that's how you get your first one.
Yeah.
That's how you get your first one. It's kind of a gateway piece of bacon. That's what we'll call that Saturday.
Yeah.
There. So, anyways, let's get buggy and let's talk. You're going to like this one. My little friend Sketchy, he's always curious, asking some really good questions. And I'm going to kind of walk you through what the Sulfur Soft Hackle is and what it isn't. And then Aaron's going to tie it up for you guys. And then we're going to jump Meadow Hopper and back into that one.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep on schedule here, and then we're just going to have fun, and we're going to play Flyingo. So make sure you get your Flyingo cards, because what do we have in the Flyingo?
Tonight's Flyingo. Oh, this is a great party package that we got going on tonight, you know?
You grab it, and I will sit here and stare at everybody.
See, we don't get Flyingo cards.
Yeah, you can get a Flyingo card, Ted.
You grab yours.
How do you do it?
First,
go onto the website, go to season 7 under Thursday Night Live.
Oh, God, this is gonna be.
And then get
first.
All right.
All right. So tonight on Flyingo, we've got a great party package here for you guys. First of all, ultimate sticker package. You know,
oh my, the proper
everything.
Oh, look at it all.
So lots of great stickers for your mugs, coolers, everything like that. We got a nice little fly box package here again.
Look at those leeches. We got some nymphs. Six. Yeah, that's a lot.
So, you know, a dozen and a half flies here, and this nice fly box.
Nice.
Some good old
Oh, yeah.
Some good old nippers.
Yeah, some pro quality nippers nippers. Those are great. Bruce heard stickers, and that's why he showed up tonight.
That's it. Stickers. He is the sticker man.
He is a sticker man.
We got a good another fly puck from our friends at Fish Pond. We got our lid from Fish Pond.
This is all free, guys, and because Josh and Scooter have paid it forward with the captain clutch. You don't even have to face the wizard tonight. You just have to win. It's really easy to do. All right, keep going.
Our friends at Hyde are throwing in a very nice,
super awesome
shirt.
It's a fishing shirt.
Fishing shirt.
Yeah.
You know, the good one where you can actually go to church after in it.
Yeah, well, the river is church. So wear it to your river sanctuary. I just kind of really like the costumes tonight. Oh, what else is this?
We also got a Hyde
Yeti tumbler.
Yeti tumbler tonight.
Nice. Hyde is just knocking it out of the park. The boys down in Idaho Falls.
And last but not least, one of our fabulous camo sun shirts.
Oh, the Bow River Camo Fly Fishing
season.
Bow River Outfitters sun shirt. Look at that.
And that's the prize package for Flyingo.
That's it. That's loaded. Loaded. That is super awesome. So anyways, that's what you can win if you play Flyingo. Now that we've done all that, we are going to get into the Sulfur Soft Hackle.
Dana, we need to talk.
Oh no. When you start like that, I know something good's coming. What's on your mind, Sketchy?
I've cracked the code, Dana. The bug code. I've been researching and I have one very important question. What in the fish-fueled universe is a sulfur? Why does it need a soft hackle?
Haha. Sulfur is a mayfly, Sketchy, and it's one of the most important mayflies that trout eat, especially in the late spring and the early summer. It's got this pale yellow, almost glowing color, and when they start hatching, trout go absolutely bonkers for them.
I knew it. I knew it was one of those bogue conspiracies. But wait, if it's a mayfly, why does it have the whole soft hackle thing going on? And why can't it just be a normal mayfly pattern?
Oh, that's a good question, Sketch. Think about it. Mayflies go through a rough time when they hatch. They're not exactly graceful in the transition from nymph to adult. Some of them get stuck in the surface film, some struggle, and others, well, they take their sweet time drying out their wings. And that's when trout attack, when they are helpless. The soft hackle sulfur mimics that struggling moment. It swings through the water, looking like a mayfly just trying to get its life together before being devoured.
So this fly's basically the clumsy teenager of the mayfly world.
Pretty much. It's not quite a nymph, not quite a dun, but it is totally vulnerable, which is exactly what the trout want.
So if I were a trout and I'd see one of these things floating by and I'd think, aha, a free snack with zero effort.
Now you're getting it, and with a little more knowledge, you'll be fully colored in no time. Soon enough, you'll be a walking sulfur mayfly yourself.
Dina, my shirt, it's colorful for sure, kind of like yours. Or are you trying to tell me something? What's happening to me?
And here we observe the sulfur mayfly in its most vulnerable state, a transitioning insect caught between two worlds, neither fully nymph nor fully adult. The trout, an apex predator of the river, knows this moment well and strikes with unwavering precision. The soft hackle serves as an exceptional imitation of this delicate struggle, pulsing and moving like a living insect, luring in the unsuspecting trout.
Sketchy.
Yes, Dana?
Have you been the one doing those David Attenborough voiceovers for the intros to the live streams?
What? No, perhaps. Nope, that's crazy talk, Dana. That's not me. That's totally someone else. Nope, not me at all.
You're busted, Sketchy. B-U-S-T-E-D, busted. Oh, yeah. So a lot was discussed there with my little buddy Sketchy about what is the soft sulfur. I always have confusing ways to say this, but it is the sulfur soft hackle. And so, yeah, it's a swinging fly. It's not a nymph and it's not quite a dry fly, but it's somewhere in between. And I got a couple tips and tricks for you guys here before we tie it, so that we can understand what is going on with this fly. We don't just want to show you how to tie it. We want to show you how to fish it, because what is a collection of flies if you aren't able to use them? So basically, we're going to start off here with a brief history of what it is. The Sulfur Soft Hackle is a variation of the classic soft hackle wet fly that have been used for centuries. Soft hackle patterns date back to the 17th century England and Scotland, where early anglers tied simple, sparsely dressed flies with game bird feathers to imitate emerging insects. These flies proved incredibly effective due to their lifelike movement in the water. Created by the soft flowing fibers of the hackle, the Sulfur Soft Hackle specifically imitates a sulfur mayfly. It is a prolific hatch found across North America in late spring and early summer. Sulfur mayflies are medium size. So I always wonder, like, I think I spell it wrong a lot of time, like PH or F. I know you're muted, but sulfur mayflies are medium-sized yellow-orange mayflies that trout eagerly target during their emergence. Traditional dry fly patterns such as a comparadun or sparkle dun were commonly used for these hatches, but soft hackle versions were developed to better imitate struggling emergers just below the surface. Ideally here, the point of this is this fly was designed because fishing those subsurface not nymph flies are very hard to fish, because how do you get them to just kind of hang, that struggling emerger effect? How do you get them to do that? Kind of the idea behind soft hackle flies was to create that phase of, the nymph, the emerger, the dun, and the spinner. I think two underrated stages of the sulfur mayfly here. F or PH? PH or F? Did somebody find out the true spelling of this? I know you're muted still. What'd you find out? I unmuted you. The two,
I'm looking.
Okay, the two most underfished or understood are the emerger and the spinner. Because PH, it's crazy. I found it different. Maybe it's spelled different everywhere it is. But understand that I'm telling you, if you want to up, so dun is kind of your dry fly, what everybody thinks is dry fly. You see a fish and you're like, it's a dun, it's a dry fly. Throw on your favorite dry fly.
I see YouTube videos when it's spelled both ways. So
it's the dilemma. So spend some time on this emerger also on the spinner. When basically the flies are dying and they come down at the end, because those are two phases that are really effective ways to catch a lot of fish. And understandably so, people will say they don't have the right fly. They are correct, but they're not actually saying they don't have the right stage of fly. They're saying they don't know what they're eating. So it's like, I think they're eating caddis, but maybe they're eating mayflies. No, you could be right. You could be right on the species of the fly, but the life, you got something?
Well, I don't want to interrupt. You can finish and we can.
Okay, we'll chat on it. So the idea is that there's not always the wrong fly or the wrong species, but it's the wrong stage, folks. Because everybody talks about nymphing and dry fly fishing and streamer fishing, and those are the three ways to fly fish. But insert the wet flies, which we've done a lot of this year, which are very frustrating. So ways to fish this is, I'd probably say one of my most favorite ways to fish this is if you see some like sort of dorsaling fish, so their faces aren't really coming up, but you just kind of see their we call it dorsaling because you just kind of see their dorsal fin and then their tail fin kind of comes out. Go upstream of them. Now remember, you're fishing a dry fly. It's not a streamer, so don't pull out your streamer rod. A long, light tippet will aid in success, and swing this through them. Swing this through that pod. Don't use a sinking line because it's going to get down too far. we want that to just be under the subsurface, right? So go above that pod of dorsaline fish and slowly swing a fly like this. And I think you're going to report back to me and say, A, your music's terrible tonight, and B, that tip you gave me was really good. We're almost done here, but this is a very important idea of understanding, kind of the early spring and the late summer. We talked about this earlier about when these flies are hatching. But you can also tie something like this in all of there's my pro tip, just like I said to everybody.
Great pro tip.
Swing it into a pod of rising fish and BOO. And Bob's your uncle. You're going to have a lot of fun doing that. So without further anything to do with me, let's figure out how I can get some better music for you guys. And our friend Aaron,
here we are.
Tie this up for you.
I know, right? So anyways, back to, you know what? Your spelling isn't wrong. So you got Brit.
My music is.
You got Brit English, and then you got English. You got North American.
Oh, they're
English.
both.
So they go both ways. So
Right,
the Brit
all right,
English
all right,
is
all right.
the Brit English is the PH, and the North American English is the the UF.
Josh has a good point. He said, the older I get, the more I realize there are two important mayfly stages, the weighted streamer and the hopper phase.
Yeah.
It's never wrong to
No.
chuck acrylics through a pot of rising fish either.
I can't tell you actually.
Similar.
Story. Fishing with Dad, pulled into a nice, quiet little area. Fish up there rising on like size 18, I don't know, blue wings, and just ripped a streamer through there with a trailer leech, and bingo bango, it was game on. So sometimes you don't always need to throw at the little stuff. Adam.
Looks like we're tying a U here.
So here, I know, right? Wow. We are having some technical stuff
That's not
going
technical.
on today.
That's on purpose.
Oh, okay, that was it.
But you're right. It's magical.
It is magical. All right, let's get at this fly here for you guys. We're going to switch out mics and go to, there we are. So let's get this fly out. Let's grab our size 14.
And let everybody know what they need to do if they need help.
And at any point tonight, if we need to stop, you need a break because something broke, SOS is up there. So let's, there it is. Red, white, and blues. Just like our good guys going on right there. And we will pause. We'll wait for you to catch up. And then we can keep the fly going here. Or if you got any questions while we're tying along, feel free to ask, and Dana or myself can jump in and go along there. All right. So, hooks in the vise. That's all good, nice and stable. Tonight, like last week, I brought out a bobbin that I like using. This week, I brought out a different bobbin that I like using. This is the Schmem 2.0 Pro that we're gonna be tying on tonight. So really cool bobbin. This little dial in the middle here actually controls your thread tension. So it's super cool. Anyways, let's get this rocking and rolling for you. Let's put the eyes on because we are dealing with a nice tiny little fly here. So we got our UTC 70 in black. For this fly, I like to start this about 1.5 to 2 eye lengths back, just so we're gonna keep our portioning here, and we're not gonna crowd the eye because we're gonna be coming in with a couple materials there. We wanna make sure we're not gunking that up. So we'll start about 2 back there. We'll get our thread started. Snip that off. And first thing we're gonna grab is our fine copper wire. And we're gonna tie this in on the near side of us. And we're gonna start that
point of that wire right up to where we started our thread. We'll capture that in, and now we're going to come back. And we're going to go right back to the hook bend. Which is right about there. And I'm just going to come real forward just to capture that front piece in. And we're going to leave our thread right about there. So I went back through the video last week, and you know, that was a thread nick on the point that caused the that mop sculpin failure. Anyways, gotta be careful of that. So now that we've got our thread locked in and we're back at our hook point, or sorry, the hook bend, which is kind of right where that barb would be, we're gonna grab our pheasant tail now. Let's see if you guys can see that. There we go. So grab into your kit, grab your pheasant tail, and we're gonna grab about between 8 and 12. And we're gonna make sure those tips are lined up. Pretty close. If you got a few stragglers, you could pull them out. But that's pretty good. And when we're tying these in, we are gonna tie them in. Oh, there's the strag we gotta get out. We don't want the tail super, super long. This is not gonna be like maybe half a shank. So we got them all pinched together. We're gonna swap hands. Ooh, I lost a couple there. All right, let's do that again. There we go. And we'll capture them in. So we did about a couple of nice loose wraps there, and we can adjust the length. And that's good right about there. The technique we're using today is we're tying in the tail, and then we're still gonna use the pheasant tail here for the body up to that point. So we've got those locked in. We're gonna lift all our material up, and we're gonna come up to where we started our thread. And that's gonna be our body. Now, when I'm wrapping this, you could actually this is a long enough stuff. I don't need to use my hackle pliers, but sometimes I like to use hackle pliers to wrap the pheasant tail. When you're making that first wrap, you wanna make sure that you clear that barb of the hook, or else you could just break all your body material off here. So we're gonna keep going. And
does it ever bode well if you go back and forth, or which way should you go?
I don't know. I always like to wrap the body like clockwise. It's just easier for me. But if you're like a counterclockwise, for sure.
Do you ever go like two different ways?
No, I usually just go one direction.
That's what makes you beautiful.
Tim fights it, you don't.
No,
you invite it.
No, I invite it. That's
Tim
right.
fights it, Aaron invites it.
Okay, so what we've done there now is I did 2 securing wraps just behind it. I'm gonna do 1 in front, 2 in front, 3 in front. That's gonna lock it in. We're using UT70 here, so it's not gonna bulk up the fly too much. We'll snip that off. And now we're gonna use our wire to make our ribbing. And what this is also gonna do is gonna really help protect that delicate pheasant tail. So if there is a tooth nick or something in there, your whole thing isn't gonna unravel on you and stuff like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, our wire just broke off.
What's the best way to secure wire in?
You know what?
Well,
that was
gather wraps.
That was
That was a weak point in that fine wire.
Sometimes.
So, for all of you, this is an SOS.
This is an SOS.
Yeah.
We've called an
you know what?
SOS.
We could just start over, but we're going to just carry on.
Because when you got nails that good.
We're just going to carry on. So we're going to lock it in. And obviously you're going to be winding the other way. And I'm just going to bring it back now too.
Not one direction.
Not
You've
one
gone
direction.
two directions. You've literally broke the curse of one direction.
I have.
Ways that did it just broke?
It just broke. Right at the back. I know, and that's weird. Okay. So that's locked in. That's not what you're gonna do, but we got a show to carry on here, and we're not gonna start this one over. So you would have just did your wraps up forward, you would have locked it in, and now you can take nice Tim's expensive scissors and cut this off, or because it's ultra fine ribbing,
Because it does break off easily.
we can just helicopter it just like that, and it comes out nicely like that.
And to be honest,
Yeah.
tell me a fish knows the difference. You just double secured that down because you know
It is.
this fly works so well, it's going to get eaten a lot.
It is. It's locked down. It's not.
So that's called a double wire wrap. And we do that when we know the fly works really good.
That's right. And it's tied in now at the front and not the back. But the show must go on.
Yeah. Hillbilly broke too. So,
Well, see, it happens.
yep.
All right.
That's a common thread.
It is. But on the other 8 that my practice ones that I did, they never broke there.
All right, carry
But it's
on.
funny how it happens. And these suspenders just keep.
Just like when all goes south on the boat.
I know, right? Okay, our next piece is the yellow dub that we got here. And you guys got a nice ample clump of this, that's for sure too. And here is the sulfur part of the sulfur hackle. Now this dub, we are going to do a thin, tiny little dubbing noodle on here, but we're going to make it, when we're going around, we want it to still be a nice bulbous area right in there. So we're going to take a little bit off, real flowy, and we're going to spin that on our thread. Probably like 2 inches. And then we'll bring that up.
Maybe
So
I
that's
gotta get
real
you some
tight.
better music.
Oh, maybe. And now we're gonna start tying in the sulfur part. And there it is.
There it is. This is a magical fly.
It is.
Even if you just left it at that.
Well, okay. Now I like to go in here and just trim out. Careful of your thread.
How many SOSs can Aaron call?
Create in one night. Here we go. Okay, and we're just gonna bring that back a little bit. And there we go. We got our nice little sulfur spot there in the thorax. We've got our pheasant tail body. What's great about this fly is a lot of techniques here for when you tie your pheasant tail nymphs or any kind of body wrapping of your nymphs that you like to do. Now let's grab our soft hackle. And on this soft hackle, we want all this nice stuff, this barred stuff up at the front here. But all this fluffy stuff can go bye-bye. So we're gonna just peel that off to prep this feather. And you should be left with something like that. And now what we're gonna do is we need to just grab this by the tip and we're gonna preen back all those beautiful hackles that we're gonna start wrapping this with to give that nice buggy look. So you should be left with something like that. And you're gonna see that natural curvature of the feather. So concave, right? That's the word I'm looking for. So that concaveness, we want that down on towards the fly there. And we're gonna make sure that we don't capture any of those hackle fibers that we want. And these are real delicate feathers, so you just wanna be careful when you're preening that back. So it should be like that. And now we're gonna come in right on the top here with that the outside of the feather that was be on the bird, facing you. I like to come in on an angle here. And we're gonna tie it nice loose wrap just to capture that. 1, 2, little 3 securings. And then I'm gonna fold that back up and over and just go behind it a couple of times just to lock that in. Now we're gonna take our scissors and we're gonna cut that tip out because that will hinder. The palmering of this.
I kind of think you're onto something with the double wrapped wire down and back.
You think so? Well,
it's gonna last longer.
It might be a new technique. Now let's grab our hackle pliers. And we're gonna grab that thin stem. Oh, look at that, it came out. These ones are so delicate. Okay, let's try that again.
All right, you got time. Yeah. Nobody's watching. 149 people are not watching.
That's fine.
I think everyone went to get a beer.
I think so. That's all right. Let's do that again.
See, therein lies the problem with not having a auto bobbin.
No, that's not it. Okay. Now we really lock that in.
It's so.
These are so tedious.
Well, it's deceiving when you realize like how close the camera lens is to the fly, and then you look at the big picture. I might be able to show it right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like how incredibly tiny. Like.
Okay. I think we got that locked in now. And we're going to spin that. And I'm preening that back after every spin. And you might get like 1, 2, well, you get at least 2 in. This is going to be about a 3, 2.5. We're going to lock 1, 2 behind. And then I'm going to pull that all back. And do 3 there to capture it. We're going to cut that stem out. Not kind of taking out everything else.
And that's how it's supposed to look. It's just.
Now we're going to build the head up. And by building the head up and preening those back, just a real nice head here. That's going to make those hackles sweep back all nice and
nobody's
beautiful.
Ever said no to that.
And then we're going to throw a little quick whip finish in there.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Crushed it.
recovery at its finest, because who cares?
Give that a little snipperoo. And we'll grab our Miss Resina.
Ooh.
And just a light little dab on your black threads. Now you could have like switched up to a red thread at the front there to hot spot it if you want to. Or an orange or a pink or...
And make sure you do what Tim does to me, is he fills the eye full of glue so I can't even get
I know, right?
my tippet on it.
And then we'll smash that.
Oh,
with the
Travis,
torch.
nice work.
And there you have the soft hackle sulfur soft hackle. Now that eye is a little, I could have made that eye a little prettier, but
Hey, dude. One thing you're gonna learn. Well, I don't know. Not
we can take
not
the
one thing you're gonna
cauterizer here.
learn.
Watch the thread all hit now.
And we went to commercial really quick.
But there you go. Oh, that cleaned it up. Nice.
Yeah, look
right?
at that. Look at that.
Even that, now that's way better.
You've got to be proud of that.
Yeah. And there you folks have the swinging sulfur soft hackle. Why are we having problems with those words?
Because
The frickin'
it's like
moonshine.
the moonshine that Ted fed us before the show, which was absolutely deadly. Good job. Good recovery.
Well, that's a pretty good little fly there.
You stayed with it, and I actually don't mind the back and forth with the wire because it doesn't change much.
No, you know what? Like the hackle is going to cover that up anyways when that's in the water.
Yeah.
And I kind of tried to make sure that the wrap stayed consistent on it, you know? So
Is Resina flammable? Well, that's to be. Resina is, yes, flammable.
I'll tell you what is flammable. That stuff is flammable.
Yep.
You know, I listened to someone talk about it. That
Oh, guys, look, Troy takes 15 dozen, please. He loves the CDC Prince nymphs. Get him those.
Yes.
Let's get those.
Travis tuned in at the end of that fly, and therefore it was all beautiful for him.
Beautiful. You wouldn't even know.
Couch guys, you
Okay.
still alive?
We're here.
Ted's still with us.
Yeah, we're here.
So I have a question
Yeah.
for Aaron.
Yeah, maybe I can answer it.
Well, on that particular fly, when you were talking about doing a hot spot up front,
Mm-hmm.
would you potentially tie that with a white thread because it's all covered, and then just
marker it.
marker the thread to give you the color of hot spot you want?
Probably the best way to do it with how you know how much real estate you have to work with on that fly instead of like
Changing threads.
Like
Tie-
wood
instead of,
finishing and
like-
then tying in another
yeah, instead
one.
of throwing in a half hinge and then starting thread again, you might bulk that up too much. But where you just do with a white thread, like you said, yeah,
and then just
100%.
Go. I want orange. I want
Color
red,
it
I
up.
want whatever color. right?
Even that being said, none of your thread is really exposed on this fly period, so you could just start with
Whatever.
red,
Yep. Good
No,
point.
exactly. Whatever you
and
want
then
your
you're
hot
gonna
spot to
and then
be.
you're gonna finish with it.
Yeah.
So
you could tie that with fluorescent orange.
yeah. So like I know on our like on the posted picture of it here, it was with red.
Yeah.
I just decided to tie it in black.
Yeah.
Black 70 on this one, right? But
Good.
anyways,
Yeah, great,
Yeah.
great idea and great question, Ted. I've said it before, but a lot of flies can be tied in white. And if there was a part that was exposed and you needed to change that color, well, that's where markers are, your friend.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to put resin over top of that hot spot because you've locked that color in for good. So anyways, good tag, good fly. Good guys.
good guys.
Good guy.
I know.
See what I did there?
I know.
Gotta give you props. Good fly, good tie, good
We
guys.
don't have good guys.
We're not
No,
good guys.
you guys.
Speaking
well,
of that, does anyone know where the Good Guys doll comes from?
yeah,
Classic, we'll just say Halloween movie.
yeah.
Hey, don't give it away. We're waiting to pull the audience.
Guys, Because good things come to those who wait.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to go a little deeper.
Are we diving into the bacon can?
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
That is just a lot of goodness right there.
That's like, if that doesn't make your mouth water, not much will. Not much will. With the Black Stag Bakery baking cam. How do you get yourself some Black Stag Bakery baking? Well, folks, you show up to IF4, you watch the films, and then maybe we'll have some giveaways for some stuff at Black Stag Bakery. But after that film, you head over to Trax Pub where the after party is. And Trax Pub said that they're going to have some stuff over there so that you guys can pick it up. And that's where the party happens. A really fun place to just hang out, meet people. And how was your experience there last year, Ted?
I had a really great time, and I met a lot of people for the first time there. It was really a good time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so if you can, if you're in the area, do come down and hang out with us, because I would like to meet. I saw a lot of people at the show. We talked about it with, and it's really fun for us to get to meet you guys too. So make sure you come down. And
it's kind of one of my favorite events that kind of kicks off the
yeah,
year.
it just kicks off the season.
Kicks
makes
off
it
the
feel
season, and you get you dreaming about fishing and destinations and just making your own, making your own movie in your head.
Movie in your head. What inspires you is kind of how we go forward. So.
Exactly.
It's beer falling. Join Dana and Tim as they sip, savor, and sometimes suffer through craft beer adventures.
Here we are.
Folks,
What's next on the list?
What is next on the list? That was beer number 1. It got some really high reviews. I also spent some time sampling another can of it while a good friend Aaron was tying up some flies. And the next one on the list is All of My Thoughts. So All of My Thoughts, the last 2 beers of the night, if we get through both of them, are from the Establishment Brewery, and that is in, I believe, Calgary.
What we got? We had cabin so far.
Normally, when Tim's here, he reads the stuff on the screen.
Yeah, you start pouring, and I'm going to read through this one. So this is All of My Thoughts from the Establishment Brewing Company. It's got this is a strong one, eh? We've got, what does that look like? What is that there?
IBU.
Yeah, which is an 8.2. The IBU is not listed. Pairs well with spicy tacos, mango salsa, blue cheese. Well, that's quite the palate that this pairs with. Imperial New England IPA is a hazy, juicy powerhouse packed with Riwaka.
All right. It's Motueka and Citra hops. You can expect a smooth, creamy mouthfeel with an explosion of tropical and berry flavors. Think strawberry starburst, Swedish berries, and a hint of sweet diesel.
Yes.
Sweet diesel. I was always wondering if that would taste good in a can.
That's what
I don't know, but you've tasted Flyingo before, and that's like sweet diesel.
I get that in my mouth often. A soft bitterness lingers in the background, making it an intensely flavorful and balanced. This is gonna be something, guys.
This is gonna be
I'm
powerhouse.
excited. All right,
Hit it, Ted.
taste on.
He's going from 1.
I don't think I did good on pick number 2.
It's
different.
slight nail polish.
Yeah.
John Lawrence here, okay? John Onorati. And that mofo's got some big news to share, but I'm not going to spoil it because it's his news. Oh, that's different.
It even smells different.
Yeah, it's all your thoughts, all right.
Oh man, read Roger's comment. I almost barfed this all over the cameras.
He's had this one before, clearly.
In prison.
Yeah.
John, I can't believe I just want to jump to wins for John right now.
Yeah.
But I'll wait. We'll wait. You don't want to miss this. This is a win for the week. And
I think I'm done on this already. Ted, would you like this?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Did you?
I'm giving this a 4.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It was a bit tart, but it didn't leave a bad taste after it was gone down. It was still nice.
They look like they're going to throw up from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey.
Well, here's
know what?
Here's
the
what
men
I'll
drink beer and the boys whine and snivel.
do. Okay, Ted.
You know what? I can't see though how this might grow on you after. Well, yeah.
All right, Ted. That's a good choice. I'm going to give it a 3. Because I didn't hate it. I just thought it was
Yeah.
a solid day nymphing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
reliable and enjoyable, but nothing epic.
Yeah, I'm with you on nah, you know, I gotta go 2.
I knew you were going to go 2 because you wanted a whitefish that fights like a brown trout.
Yep, they always do.
OMG, folks.
They always do.
Something like a birthday suit.
But I think part of this, it got knocked down by how good the first beer was.
Yeah, you're not
If you
wrong.
had drank this first,
Maybe.
you'd have gone, that's a nice tart flavor. It doesn't coat up your mouth. It's not bad. You know?
Then that first
But
beer
it
was
sort
5
of
plus.
It kind of has.
got kicked to the curb by the first one.
Yeah, but you're not wrong.
No.
I think if we had some tacos, like something, a spice would pull this.
Spicy
Like,
palate.
Well, I don't care how this beer tastes. I'm not eating blue cheese.
all right, well,
No, not a blue cheese fan?
how about some Fremundin cheese?
Yeah. No,
All right, we
How
got
about
we got another fly to tie,
Yeah.
and I got a little.
And we got to get buggy with it first.
We got to get some buggy with it, so we're gonna
Yeah.
get ready for the Meadow Hopper UTC 140, likely something like that.
UTC 140, and I've got this one in an olive brown,
Olive or black
which is
or
going to
whatever-
kind
whatever you wanna
of
do.
go with that. But yeah,
Let's get buggy. Let's
get
talk
buggy.
about the Meadow Hopper. We did a lot about hoppers last week, so all right, Sketchy. I see you eyeing up that fly. What's on your mind?
Well, Dina, it's a hopper, right? But I gotta ask, what makes this little foam bug so special? And more importantly, how do real grasshoppers end up in the water in the first place? I mean, they got wings, don't they?
Great question there, Sketchy. Let's start with the real deal grasshoppers. These little guys are land-based insects, but they're not exactly built for flight like other bugs. They use their powerful hind legs to jump great distances, and while they can sort of fly, it's more like an awkward last-ditch effort than a graceful bird in the sky. Now, here's where things get interesting. By late summer and early fall, hoppers are everywhere. In the grasslands, fields, and along the banks of the rivers. And guess what? The wind, their own clumsiness, or an unlucky leap can send them plunging into the water. Once they hit the surface, they struggle hard, kicking and twitching. Well, that makes them a prime target for a hungry trout.
Wait, so you're telling me these fish are just sitting there waiting for a bug to trip over its own feet and fall in the river?
Pretty much. And that's where the Meadow Hopper comes in. This fly is built with high floating foam, which keeps it riding right on the surface, just like a real grasshopper. The rubber legs give it some movement, and the poly yarn wing adds visibility so that the anglers can track it in the riffles.
Okay. But how do we fish it? Do I just chuck it out there and hope for the best?
Good strategy if you're lucky, but let's be a little more precise. Hoppers work best when fished tight to the banks where the real grasshoppers would naturally land. You just want to give the fly a little bit of a twitch, just enough to mimic a struggling bug, but not too much to look suspicious. And if you're fishing it in fast-moving water, sometimes letting it drift naturally is all you need. Trout absolutely crush these flies.
Got it. So it's basically like playing the part of a grasshopper that made a bad life decision.
Exactly. But the only difference is you actually want to get eaten.
Wow, that's dark, but I kind of like it.
Great. Now let's get tying this before the fish get too hungry. All right, that's the hopper news. And I wonder if they knew they were standing right under. They were at the grasshopper factory is where that is. So we did talk a lot about hoppers last week, and this is just another pattern, a much quieter pattern. So just a little bit about the Meadow Hopper as I scroll too fast through that. Let me get this right on the pause. Yeah, just lots of stuff here. I mean, you can kind of read through that on your own, what the Meadow Hopper is, but I mean, there's not really any like, I didn't know that kind of stuff. On the history, it's just the use of foam, and the use of foam isn't long, it hasn't been used forever. So there's kind of a time when foam started to be used in fly tying. The natural materials like deer hair and turkey quill and stuff like that were used for a long time, and then foam became a big thing. I believe we tied a pattern last year, the Michigan dry skunk, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but history said that it was one of the first foam patterns to be used. So anyways, the Meadow Hopper, just got a couple little things for you guys about this. Grasshoppers, what they are, this is just what they are. There's the big takeaway in this slide here is the idea that when they do get wings, they start to move around a little more carelessly. And when they do land in the water, this is something to note. Okay, so a lot of patterns are crossovers between stoneflies and grasshoppers, called attractor patterns or called Chernobyl ants. Okay, but they're not really ants, they're big. So when you do fish them, just remember a couple things, and takeaways from this slide is that their legs are splayed out, and the way that a grasshopper actually moves is they flex and they push off with their back legs. Okay, you guys get this image? Well, if there's nothing to like push off of, like the water, they actually just look like this in the water. Okay, they don't skitter across the water like stoneflies do. If you've seen a stonefly skitter across the water, it's super impressive. So your action to fish them should not be so much as skittering bugs like you would do with stoneflies. Mostly a dead drift is the ideal way. But you could try the other ways. But I'm going to say grasshoppers they can't move very well in the water. And I encourage you to spend more time watching real life. So take a grasshopper, throw it in the water, and watch it it pushes into the water, and it really doesn't move. It's effed. It's effed. If it's in the water, there's a low probability that it is getting out of the water. So when we say natural movement, it's not really natural, to be honest, because it's just kind of going with the drift. But what I will tell you, and I don't think I have it up here, but I'm going to wait. That's it. I had another slide. Where'd it go? It's not in here. What I wanted to tell you was, so let's take the Mob Hopper, and let's take the Meadow Hopper, and then let's take a Dave's Hopper. And so understanding in presentation of where you want to fish those. So when you fish like a big bulky grasshopper or like the Dancing Ricky, okay, it's big, it's got lots of foam, and it's going to float a really long time. Or Fat Albert.
A fatty or a Fat Albert or a Donkey Kong, that's going to like
Well,
really ride.
It floats or the big Chernobyls with the big Antron post and lots of foam, and they're proud. They float big. Okay, so fish those in riffles or faster water because they need all that foam, and that's why they're designed that way, to float in that kind of water. So something like this is kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, because the Dave's Hopper on the other side of things is natural. It's deer hair. It freaking sucks to fish it out of a boat as you're drifting because you can never see the darn thing. But sometimes you get into those little backwaters, back eddies, and the Dave's Hopper becomes the magic fly. So when people are like, what are they taking? What fly are they eating? You have to remember there's a lot of other elements to that.
Or some of those bullet head hoppers. They just, they're not good on riffles.
They're not, but they're good in really dead water.
Yeah.
Where oftentimes you see grasshoppers get pulled back into those eddies. So, right? Lots of elements to how. Do the color of the legs matter as far as? No, I
don't think
0%. 100%. Don't even think the color of the hopper matters. You can match the hatch. You can match the greens, the browns. A lot of people go natural in colors. I just don't think. I think what the legs do on artificial, these aren't real hoppers, is they just kind of give the water a little bit of vibration, but 100% legs, colors.
Even when I think I think when we tie the overhand knot and put the joint in, it's more aesthetic for ourselves. I really don't think the fish.
They don't.
I think the leggier it looks, maybe the fishier that it's gonna look, right?
Yeah,
so
100%.
So, anyways, wow, it's back on me.
You're up.
There we are. I'm up again. Okay. Well, we will swap out this mic.
And we will go to the top mic just like that. And here we are. This is what we're tying here today. So we got the Meadow Hopper. It is done on a size 10. And I think it's probably a size 10, maybe a one long or 2 long. I'd have to double check what we put on that. But these are the materials that we got for you for this fly. We've got the already 3M'd glued 2-tone foam there for you guys. We've got our Antron here. We've got our orange cider, and we've got the legs in the kit, and that's all that we are going to need for this fly. And as you can see, the one that I got here in the vise, I didn't do the bendy elbow legs on that. And if you watch Tim's quick tie video, you're gonna see the bendy there. And the reason I did that was I went through a few of our sample kits that I tied, gearing up for this week. And I found a lot of the legs in the kit, the kits that I grabbed, they were already separating, and you couldn't keep the two together like that. So what we're gonna do actually tonight is I'm gonna tie this with just single legs on either side there for you, and we're not gonna do the elbow joint just because of the 2 kits that I tied out of practice up for this week. I literally couldn't find enough legs that would stick together to do all 5. So I'm going to show you this way, which works, and then I've got a couple of legs here that I do have the bendy, and I'll just give you guys a quick orientation on how you might want to apply those on when you're tying the fly. So anyways, without further ado, let's do the Meadow Hopper. So let's grab our hook, put her in the vise there. She's secure, all good. We're gonna change out eyes. And we're gonna get our thread started here. UTC 140 in the brown olive to match the 2-tone foam that we're using here, which is a gray and brown. And we're gonna start that right behind the eye. Pull that tag off. And we're gonna come right back to the bend of the hook. Covering all that up. And then we're gonna come back forward, making sure we're coating that shank really good. And we're gonna be about the halfway point, just above the halfway point. And let's grab our two-tone foam, and we're gonna measure that out. And just in front of the eye, so roughly like 2 inches, 2.5 inches. And we can always trim that up later, and we'll make our first cut. And that's what you should be left with. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make that taper on the back end. And that's gonna be our body for our hopper back here. Now let's grab our super glue. And we're gonna put a nice little coating just on that back spot where we left the where we left our bobbin, where we left our thread, just up to that point. And where we're gonna apply this is kind of where we made our cuts on that, and that's where we want that to stick out the back. So we don't want this like really, really huge out the back. We want it just maybe like 3 eye lengths out the back. And I just want to clean that one just a little bit more. There we go. And I'm just gonna look right down because we want to get this right in the center. And we're gonna start that where we started that. We're gonna put that right back kind of on that last thread stop and there, and we're gonna pinch it and lock it into place. Now we're gonna secure this on. We're gonna do 1 light wrap, 2 light wraps, and then we're gonna pinch down. We're gonna pull down with our bobbin and pinching on the foam at the same time so it doesn't spin. And that's gonna kind of lock it into place right there. That glue is gonna grab that. And that's kind of in the middle. We'll put one more in there. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to our legs here. And like I said, if you had some where you had the bend in there, you're gonna put those in, and that knuckle is gonna kind of be back right where you kind of started that taper point, stuff like that. But those 2 kits that I did or had, and the legs were really all kind of stripping, and I could maybe only get a couple of hoppers out with the ankle. So we're just gonna do single legs on this. So I'm gonna lock in my first one. Light wraps so you can move those into position. And we're gonna move those kind of right along where the gray foam and we're gonna trim these out in a little bit at the end. Kind of right where the brown meets the gray there. And we'll do one more on the other side. So peel off your one. And make sure you split those other legs on the other side. 2 light wraps. And slide that down. And make sure that's kind of in place as well. Right in the middle of those 2. And then I like to fold those back ones back because those are the ones we're gonna keep. I'm gonna lock those in. And I'm gonna snip out the front side ones of those closer to the eye of the hook. Okay, now we're gonna put in our antron. So let's grab our antron, and out of your kits you're gonna grab actually the whole strand, And if it is like two strands that are all together, but that's kind of what it's like, a pencil width apart. And we're going to cut off about 2 inches of it, because we're going to fold it over. And I like to just like kind of pull out all the stragglers, mix that all together. We're going to lay that right in the middle. Loose wrap, loose wrap. There it is. Even it out. We'll fold it right back over. And we'll lock that right in. Now you're gonna see it all kind of sitting up all weird on you there, and it's like, oh, how are we gonna get that back? Well, that's what that orange piece is gonna be for us now. So let's grab our orange foam, and we're gonna cut off inch and a bit. And when you place it on, you're gonna go back about 2 eye lengths. Just so it's sort of pressing on that. And you're gonna make sure that you're gonna have enough coming out here, because for your next segment that we're gonna do at the front here. So that looks really good right about there. We're gonna do a loose gathering, another loose gathering. And then holding it, we're gonna pull down on our thread. And you don't have to pull super, super crazy hard, but enough to sort of really lock that in and secure it. Because we don't want to cut that foam. And everything still should be sitting on top. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next segment here. So let's pull everything up. Let's come underneath, and we're gonna wrap forward to right behind the eye. And our first thing we're gonna lock in is our glued foam. So we'll do another securing wrap, pinching the foam on the shank, and we're gonna pull down to lock in that section. And you can adjust everything, just one more. And then we're gonna take that orange cider foam, lay that over. We'll do loose, loose, and we'll lock that in. Now I like to take my scissors and come in and snip that real nice and close to your thread. And already right here, we're gonna clear off some of this front foam, and I like to come just in front of the eye, and we'll go straight across. Now we got left is another set of legs, and we're gonna do one on each side. So grab your black legs, and we're gonna grab 2 singles again.
We got Mr. Fitzsimmons here.
Ooh,
better
Coley.
late than never, and the record still holds. And he's drinking a kokanee in Nordegg.
A kokanee? Oh, in Nordegg, of all places. So I did 2 wraps to get those legs there. I'm just gonna, and they're 2 really, really light wraps, so which allows you to just slide those where you want them. And they're gonna be kind of, again, right in between the brown and the gray foam. And then we're gonna do another single leg. We'll just hold it up next there. Make sure you're coming in between the 2. And we're doing really loose wraps here when we're going through this, because if you really reef down on that, what it's gonna do is it's gonna take those legs and it's gonna just fold them right up. Same thing, right in between the 2. And now we'll just lock them in. Okay, and we're almost done there, guys. Now we can take our brush, we could comb out that antron, make sure everything looks good. And when we trim that off, we're going to trim that just behind the end of the taper right there. And now we're going to...
Funny how those scissors almost didn't cut.
I know, right?
Because you got aggressive on your copper wire.
I did. But I didn't I didn't use them for the copper wire. But I should start.
Did.
Maybe
I saw you.
Maybe Tim uses them for wire.
He just uses mine.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got our thread right here. Now we need to advance it. So what we're going to do is we're going to advance it right underneath. I'm going to put a couple of wraps in under there, which is going to help push that head up there. And then we're going to grab the whip finisher tool, and we're just going to do a nice little whip finish here. And
or the half hitch.
Or that's what I mean. The half hitch, and we're going to come right up. And we'll put a couple in there, and then we're going to glue everything up. So we don't have to be too worried, but those should sit tight there. Nice. Let's come and cut that. Real nice and close. We're going to take our head, and we're going to just cut the corners just a little bit to make that nice shape on the hopper body.
It looks really good, Aaron.
And just round it off. I thought that one.
Nutty approves. That is Nutty approved.
Okay. And you have the Sharpie over there.
Yeah, I do, right here.
Because you were writing a note
a love
to
letter.
one of the TNL family. Now let's put some eyes on this.
If it doesn't have eyes, they will not
They will not eat it. They will not. So we'll just use our Sharpie.
Just another pro tip. I highly suggest don't doing the knuckled legs. Does nothing.
I would have did the knuckles, but like I said,
that's big eyes,
aren't they?
I'm afraid trout of eating it.
Now, like we talked about before, hoppers aren't super buggy, not stonefly, like and everything like that. So
legs
I like to. The longest I want these is maybe not even a hook shank. I don't think. About that. And we're just going to kind of match them up. And take a look, and that looks pretty even. And the last thing I want to do is I want to glue kind of our two tie-in spots underneath here. So we'll take out our Zap-A-Gat. We'll put a little dab in that first one, that second one. And then we can also do a little dab on the side where those legs were tied in. And on those front ones, just get in there. And there you have the Meadow Hopper, my friends.
Oh, darn.
Low riding hopper. That's, great in that little bit calmer water, although this would still ride okay in like some shallower like riffle water and stuff like that. Nothing that's like cruising at 240 CFMs or anything like that, but like a good a good 80.
It's more about the not the volume, but the chop of the water.
Yeah.
And it's why I said it kind of gives you that intermediate between the 15 layers of foam and the Dave's hopper, which is it's absolutely bloody hell to fish a Dave's. I've had people do it on the boat, and finding the fly that floats, the fly that fish eat, and the fly that clients can see is the absolute mastery. A little slit in the foam with your scissors helps set the foam. That's a good point.
That too.
Scott has a great point there. Is you can just kind of cut down. We do that with the Pabs hopper. We cut the foam and we just set it.
I think we actually razor blade.
Yeah, just a little razor blade down, and you drop it on the hook. Great tip there from Scott. Great tie. Great 4 ties. 2 weeks, 4 ties.
You know what? That was a fun 2 weeks filling in for Mr. Hepworth.
But we're not finished yet.
We're not.
It's 8:49. We have one more beer to try, which
It's beer falling. Join Dana and Tim as they sip, savor, and sometimes
we're about to get
suffer
down.
through craft beer
Your beer's
adventures.
right there. We got to try the last beer of the night, and then we got to get to Maggie's Fine Baking. I know we always leave her to the last, but we have not left her too far gone because at the end of the day, guess what? We still have Flyingo. We got to give away prizes. We got to give away. I guess the couch guys want to be vocal too, so we'll allow them to be a little vocal. So what we're drinking here, which I think Ted already jumped the gun, and that's fine. Ted can jump the gun. But this one here is the Catching Smoke.
This is an ode to Troy.
An ode to Troy. Because Troy hates it when people smoke in his boat, so Aaron literally brought this for the sake of Troy. It's a modern take on the classic Polish Piwo Grodzicki. Whatever that is, the oak smoked wheat beer is light, refreshing, and delightfully smoky, brewed with a high percentage of oak, smoked wheat, and whole leaf Saaz hops. Oh, well, you want to know what's the mouthfeel? Is this description. It carries a subtle herbaceous quality alongside the signature smoky aroma. Despite its bold flavors, this beer remains crisp, spritzy, and highly drinkable. Perfect for those looking for something unique. It's very low alcohol. Is this very light?
I don't know, but it smells like it would have went with dinner tonight.
We still got
which
pulled
was
pork. Smoke,
which was fabulous, by the way. Your smoker work was unmatchable before dinner before tonight. So
I wouldn't ruin that good pulled pork with this beer.
Ooh,
this beer sucks.
Well, that is
way. Wow, I was kind of
The aftertaste is bad.
Yeah, it is.
At least with Ted, I went 2 for 3 on picking out stuff for tonight.
And Ted's pleasing Ted is a tough job.
2 for 3.
I was really happy with the first 2. This one,
I know. Oof, it's smoky. It is.
And the aftertaste is really very rude.
Have you ever had liquid?
But if you were smashing brisket with this now, no,
well, maybe. It pairs well with smoked meats, grilled vegetables, and soft pretzels.
Yeah.
It pairs well with already being really drunk.
With drinking your whole jar of
that was.
I don't know. The second drink's not as bad.
That was a Tednism right there. I think you need to give it
Travis said, "Tell us how you really feel, Ted."
Yeah. It's like when you get drunk at 16, like 18 times on tequila, and then you come back to it back when you're 27, and it's not that bad. I'm
gonna go with 3. Like it's just middle. It's totally middle of the road.
2.
Yeah.
I think I found a good song.
You did. Feels like a good guys song.
The good guys.
You know what? The more you sip it, it gets better. It actually gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're getting drunker.
Nice hair, Ted. Aaron, what are you giving it? What are you giving it?
I'll give it a 3 too.
Ted gives it a 2. He gives it peace, bro. Guys, we got so many fun things to do tonight still. Like play Flyingo. But while we're going to play Flyingo, we're going to jump into the last of the scene here and reveal all the good stuff.
Here we go. I wonder if we should have brought out napkins. Troy's on his diet right now, getting ready for guide season. Is it Maggie great? Did you dive in there already?
Well, he's all
Guys, I forgot to grab one.
Well, here.
Just in case Corey decides to come off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might come in there.
Gord.
I hold strong.
Guys, we're about to do it. We're about to get our freak on.
Ted's already finished.
Well, he doesn't take long, I've heard.
Troy, I am very experienced at eating Black Stag Bakery.
We can tell.
Yeah. That's probably one of the best tarts I've ever had in my entire life. Like, have you had a tart that good?
No.
Like, you've got that crust is what a tart is supposed to be. And it holds. Like, it ain't just like blowing up in your hand.
I tell you,
There
Aaron,
goes. Hang on. There goes.
You got to try her lemon tart.
Yeah.
That feeling, guys, in the front of my brain is dancing.
Maggie, you outdid yourself again. Black Stag Bakery. Thanks, Ted, for getting us on to this diamond that's in town here. Because this is unreal.
Well, all of the viewers
Yep.
should check Maggie's website because there's a market March 22nd, and I think she'll be in there, so you can probably
Wow.
order, catch some stuff there. As
I
well.
wonder if it pairs well with ashtray. Well, it got better. The ashtray, I mean.
Dude, it does get better.
Okay, one more bite and we're going to play Flyingo, guys.
Yes.
Maggie, Black Stag Bakery.
Black Stag,
Just
the best.
The frontal lobe, I don't know what it is. If anybody knows more than me, it's dancing to the music.
To the music or to the tart?
Well, there's a lot of endorphins associated with this tart.
And that is a happy dance in my brain.
Yeah. So good.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I want to stop. What? You need another one?
I'm done.
Look at him, Ted. That's why he came tonight, folks. He'll be here all week. Well,
He did spill a little bit on his shirt. He just rubbed it in. You can't
no, he just licked
I hit
it.
a red spot.
All right, folks.
Here we go. Flyingo.
The good time of the night is this Flyingo.
And once again, it has been paid forward.
It is, so you
Captain
win,
Clutch
you win, and that's why we can kind of do
Paid
this.
forward. There will be no wizard again this week.
Call sequence number 9, which correlates with episode 9. You just need one line to win, and I'm going to throw 4 out there really quick. The Chai Tea Nymph, all flies we've tied, the Parmachine Belle,
The film critic.
the Film Critic,
Which
and
we
the
love.
Egg-Sucking Leech. We should start throwing in some of Maggie's baking.
I know, right? That might be next season.
What, Ted, do you know what this tart was? What's in there? I know there's a cheesecake crumble that's on top. Strawberry rhubarb, I believe.
Yeah. I think Fly Fisher 54 called it.
Yeah, well, he's coming up to the IF4, so he's going to
Yeah.
make sure he gets himself everything he needs. And I got to buy him a beer. He always takes off too early.
Stick
If
around.
you get a hotel if you can, make sure you stay the night, have a few drinks, make that
Come partake.
festival a
Lots
good
of great
one.
prizes
All right,
going
so-
on.
So if you win,
Great
what do you
movies.
do, Aaron? What if you win the what if you get bingo? What do you
So
do?
we get bingo here. You're going to say bingo, or you're going to write bingo on there. You're going to tell, and also what call it was on. And then if you are the lucky one, then it looks like you're going home with all these great prizes we got back here. If it comes down to a showdown, Well, Dana's got the ultimate wheel spinner, and we will see who wins.
It's so easy to do, but I'm going to head over to the YouTube and check the comments here because sometimes things get a little delayed. We've had some angry people.
Yeah, I know.
They weren't angry. All right, so I'm going to call the next one. The Mole Midge has been added.
What did we get up to last week? Call 8?
I think so. It's usually around. It's around then.
Yeah.
Morris Boatman. The Chuck Morris Boatman. It's actually Ken Morris.
I love boatman season. Boatman and backswimmer season, my favorite.
Well, my buddy Ken might tell you a secret about the boatman on the Bow River.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, it's a fact. He might not tell you because I said what takes place in the boat stays. Anyways, back to Black
Some
Steak,
springtime fun? Back to the tart. So, yeah, I know, Ron. There's a lot of people that need practice on the bingo.
Next call, swinging cat. I'm just like,
Adrian likes Flyingo at the end of the night. Yeah.
You gotta put the kids to bed.
That's right.
Well, I was going to save half this for Janine, but...
No. Well, there's still one in there for her.
Top of mind for Janine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Swinging Caddis, number 7. Come on, who's got that bingo out there? One line, that's all you're going to need.
I'm going to throw another one.
Oh,
man, when you get into like the edge perimeter of the tart.
I know, right? That's almost like the best part of the tart. Is the crust. I just like, and the whole thing just held together.
Oh, Scooter.
Bingo.
What?
Scooter again?
That's got to be impossible.
I think we're card checking this one.
Definitely card checking this one.
Scooter.
Prove it.
Call
Card 23.
7. Card 23, call 7.
All right, we'll check it out. We have a way of checking it out.
Who else is on there? No other bingos?
Call 7. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Came fast.
View that card. Hot 2 weeks in a row?
Diggity dog. Well, I guess
it's a bingo.
I guess we need a bigger box.
Well, we're going to open up that other box and, I mean, fair's fair, square's fair. Call sequence 9.
We're going to have to call Canada
Episode
Post, get
9.
the other one back, open up that one,
Yep.
repack it, send it out again.
And he has a Captain Clutch. You know what that means for next week?
No freaking wizard again.
The wizard again. The wizard has literally been...
Just pay it forward is just... Folks, this is the
I
time
don't
to
know.
play bingo now. There is no wizard to deal with.
There's
He is
no
on
wizard to
hiatus,
deal with.
vacation. Ah,
John, you can get mad at
He hit 4 like right away.
Oh, wow.
And
then party was
done.
over, so... Well...
Yeah, now a lottery
now
ticket
a lottery
for
ticket.
sure.
When you're good, you're good. When your card is hot as absolutely hot.
Yep.
See if we can bring in our friends here.
Get them there on the couch. Oh, there we are.
There we go, on the couch. I think these are our new guide outfits.
I think so too. Like I'm all over it.
I mean,
hey, who you floating with today? Oh, we're going out with the good guys.
Good guys. Oh, well, who are those? Well, they're the good guys.
They're the good guys.
Oh, that's kind of how the party goes. And this part is called wins. Identifying what's important now. As we kind of draw to close episode 9, and more importantly, the end of another Novlan era.
Hey, that was fun.
Brother.
It was great to fill in for 2 weeks and help out with the show. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
And,
tie your copper wire forward and back, or back
whatever.
and forward.
And he's back to being Tim.
And it's back to Tim.
Yeah. Mr.
No.
Hepworth is back
He's
to your
labeled as Tim again.
back to your regular scheduled programming with Tim, but it was fun. It was fun helping out for 2 weeks and tying a few flies for the family, which has been a great part to be a part of for the last 7 seasons. So
Man.
this was cool. This
And
is
a
fun.
big part.
And I love doing it for you guys, and love showing you, some of the flies that we put in the lineup every year. So love you guys. It was good.
So good.
It was a good 2 weeks. Plus, we get to sit in a studio and dress up and do shit like this. So.
Become good guys.
Become good
guys. Yeah. But yeah, love you all and love this and
Good stuff. So what do we share? We share our wins. Wins can be anything you want them to be. It's about sharing. It's a very positive part as we leave, as we send each other off for the week, as we go face the world, the ravenous world of all things. All things are out there. Round of clicks for Aaron sent out.
Love you all. Thanks, guys.
Round of clicks.
Appreciate
throw
it
it in
all.
the comments, guys. Let Aaron know that he is loved and appreciated.
Oh, you don't have to. I know.
No,
It's
we
just-
do. We
yeah.
do have to, because we do appreciate who
That
you
was good.
are, what you're doing, and we're super grateful to have you here. Yeah, so what we do is we just share. You're going to understand how it works, because we kind of go through the couch, guys, and then me and Aaron will share.
Yeah.
And then you guys will share. And you'll see. We're going to throw them up on the screen there, and we're going to walk through them. And we're here until you guys are done sharing. So, yeah, feel free to throw them in the comments. Mr. Treeroy, you are up first.
Yeah.
My win actually this week is the great weather change that we've had.
Yeah, that's been good.
Being able to work outside in the t-shirt the last 3-4 days has been amazing, and just really looking forward to that change. And it kind of makes it feel like spring's on its way. I don't want to jinx it, but just having the sunshine and the warmth again is a great change, and it's really lifted spirits. So
Nice.
Great win.
Teddy Freddy?
My win is the fact that the days are getting longer. I love the
Amen.
sunlight. I love, getting up and it's almost light and it goes a long time, and that somehow just improves my disposition, and I like meeting my friends, When I had a really good time at the Calgary Boat and Outdoor Show.
Oh, yeah.
Met a lot of people there that I hadn't touched bases with in a while, so that was a big win for me too.
perfect.
Beautiful.
The sauce boosts were pretty good too, eh?
They were a bit of a highlight, all right.
That's why you had to spend so much time there.
And the people at the Wild TV booth.
Yeah. No, I think the people is a very vague statement for the women.
I was trying to show a little class.
It was. It was very politically
I mean,
correct.
as it's been stated, Ted, tell us how you really feel.
And, we do have spring ahead dew coming up, though, so that might mess with your morning sunlight just for a little bit coming up here, Ted. But
We're still 77 light.
but I still hear you.
Yeah. We're almost at 12 hours of light, 12 hours of dark. And
The
to
best.
me, that's a real tipping point in my year.
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Aaron?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. So, on that note, my win, obviously, I shared a little bit about that the last 2 weeks. TNL, being able to be here, help Dana out, help TNL out, tie for you guys. Even with the hiccups that we had, everything ran, I think, fairly smooth, and it was good. But great win was this past weekend. We had the boat show. We had one of our sponsors down in the boat show, which is the boats that we all love to row. We had a great night on day one of that at the Mother concert.
Oh, yeah.
And I think what my win came from was I had no idea who this band was because I'm not really like I like music, but I don't pay attention to, you know, you hear a catchy tune and it's like, oh, who is that or anything like that. It's just like, and songs were going on and it was like, oh yeah, I do know that song. I do know that song. And when you saw the demographic walking into the Saddle Dome for that concert, you're like, what are we getting ourselves into tonight?
Yeah.
But then you find out that this band's been around for 20 years.
This is a cool story.
So, and this is what I'm getting at, is this band's been around for 20 years. So, and they're playing, and they have this demographic that's following them, which is much younger. And that Saddle Dome performance was their biggest venue performance in the 20 years that they've been a band.
Their largest group of people.
Yeah. So
20 years, when you give up after 10 or 5 or 7 seasons and you think, I've given it my all, it has to be over.
So like the win message that came out of that was this band loves what they do. They eat, breathe, being a band and performing and going out night after night to make people happy that love their music. And, you know, it took 20 years, but they stuck with it and they made it to, like, we'll call it the big show, the big venue.
For them it is. Like,
right? So just taking that and just being like, you know what? You're passionate about what you do. Everything, yes, like sometimes it takes longer to get going or that start or there's that grind through everything, but in the end it will pay off, and that's the win.
It might not pay off.
It might not either.
But it's never going to pay off if you quit.
That's right.
And that's the magic of that is 20 years or 40 years. I mean, if you love doing it, then it's not 20 years. It's just you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
And I was there with you, and I had the same wow factor where
that's what resonated.
20 years, and this is their biggest. You know, what's there? 12,000 people there. 10,000. Like not. You know, it's not a Taylor Swift concert, but. No. It's impressive. Interesting band, interesting group of people.
Yeah, but just like
a
good West Coast Canadian band that's just been doing their thing.
Yeah,
and
you know,
making people happy. And you saw it in the crowd.
Yeah, it was. Right? People were just all in, and
so
my win for the week was that. It was Friday night. It was with. The Hyde guys came up. Trade shows are a lot of fun. I'm probably this like introverted extrovert, the person who loves being around people. I feed off of people. I realized after this weekend that I had been missing people, and it was just really good to get to talk to a lot of you guys. Came to the show. We had some people who came to the show and. Super interested in TNL, and they walked away with some fly tying kits, and hopefully they're here tonight. Just reconnecting with some old clients, and just all of that was good. Friday night was really fun, really awesome to just go to a concert that I probably never would have chose to go to, but we did.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the people. Yeah, at the end of the night, I just had a hoarse voice, and very much so because we were just yelling and screaming and just laughing and being where we were. And again, it came down to OQP and the people that you're around.
Surround yourself with.
The whole weekend was a win. Just love being out and meeting new people. So.
And you made some kids happy this weekend.
Yeah, the kids made us happy.
You know, with some tying kits that went out at the boat show and stuff like that. So it's just that's the up and coming generation.
Yeah, just beautiful to be around good people and sharing the energy. And
Good win, man. Good win.
That's the win. All right, now we're scrolling back to you guys. All right. I'll go first here. Scooters, obviously. Flyingo's second win in 2 weeks. But watching Aaron step in and do an amazing job.
Woo!
That's awesome.
Scott Lorenz, win for the week was finishing building my first fly rod. That is a task in itself with my friends at Project Healing Waters, Denver. Thanks, Pat. That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Troy?
Jerry, my win this week would have to be having the most fun reffing this past weekend that I have done in a long time. Teams are very polite and laughing all weekend and made for a fun 3 days.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lots of fun comments for AA Ron.
Yeah.
Ted, you're up.
Win, learned that a new fly
If you put your mic to your mouth, it helps.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Learned that a new fly fishing friend is very ill in the hospital. As I don't know his family, I'm pretty much on the out. Just praying, but bummed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. Especially when you don't know enough. Travis, my win, I had a crappy attitude all week. Our attitudes are contagious. Is yours worth catching? I hope no one caught my attitude this week. Life is too short to have a bad attitude. Thanks for all of you getting my attitude back on track. That's bad and good. Good you recognize you were a little bit of a poo-poo head.
Well, and he's right. You know, like if you put out good, happy demeanor,
Yeah,
you
your
get,
vibes.
you get that back.
Yeah.
What's important is you can recognize it, though.
Yep.
You know, so. All right. Mr. Kenny Flytrout, win of the week. Set down a solid plan for getting a new boat after meeting with the great guys from High Drift Boats. It's really kicked the new boat dreams into high gear. That's awesome, Kenny.
That's great.
Awesome work, Aaron. Nice to
Thanks,
see
Adrian.
two beautiful on the couch. Oh, thanks.
Well, beautiful's a stretch, but
Yeah,
beauty's
kind of a stretch, I thought, too.
I'm thinking Adrian needs glasses.
Adrian's win. Happy, healthy family that loves me, doing things I enjoy. Life is good. God is good. Soon the IF4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
CF.
Wind, brother-in-law?
Brother in I.
Aye.
We'll probably find the rest of it down here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Brother-in-law. Got hardware removed from his ankle and is able to stand on it. Been hardware supported since November. On to physical therapy and moving forward with getting his life back.
Good stuff.
My first thoughts when I went there, hardware removed from his ankle, was house arrest was over, but
Oh, it's very similar.
Leave the front door again.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a physical therapy.
but good share, Bruce.
Janine had a fun weekend with both the kids at volleyball. Just getting to spend time with them is such a gift.
Yes.
So factual. Just missing Dana. I was at the boat show winning myself.
There you go. Craigie. I have a couple this week. Got to get out with Brent, Kenny, Cam, and Brendan at F3T. Always a great catch up. And thanks to Brent for his donation to my class for more flies this semester. That's awesome. Second win. My wife is heading out to, is that Paris?
Paris tomorrow.
Paris tomorrow. To go meet up with her mom for her 80th in Spain. Wishing her
Nice.
safe travels and good time. Thanks for a great evening, all. Great ties, Aaron. Thank you very much. Craigie, and you guys have a great weekend as well. Cheers. OQP, LP, CF.
Nice.
Yes.
Bruce. My win is getting away for the winter for a bit. Missed a couple episodes due to Thursday flights, but glad I didn't miss Aaron on the vise. Great work tonight, man. Morgan's back from camp, and it's Ty's birthday this weekend, so looking forward to some family time.
Thanks, Brizzy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Roger says, my win isn't a good one. My youngest daughter is home with what may be whooping cough. She has been sick for a week and has had to miss classes, exams, etc. Fortunately, she goes to college close to home, and we can take care of her while she's under the weather.
Well, get better.
Yeah, great job, Aaron, sitting in for Tim.
Thanks, Raj.
Mr. Sather's win is that he's still in Mexico. Feels like Mexico here.
In Mexico.
And he caught some of the show.
Mr. Allison win almost got to tying the hopper tonight as I got the hook into the vise, and then the hook
took over.
But then work took over. But busy days are great days. Well, that happens now and then, but there's lots of videos and there's always rewind to go tie that hopper up at a later time.
Yep.
Mr. Struthers, epic win this week. Boat show with a side of hide. Concert, movie with the TNL fam, and icing on the win. Picking up my amazing fly table artwork from Caitlin.
Nice. Saw pictures, looks good.
Does.
Win is my wife and her independence. She was able to diagnose an oven failure, a fried circuit board, while I was away at work and likely prevented an oven fire.
Well, that's always a win.
Hillbilly win of the week was ice fishing with Eli on Saturday. We caught 13 pike and must have missed 10 more.
Wow.
Great day, great weather. The rest of the week kind of went to crap, but we will muddle through it. Thanks for a great night, guys. OQPLPC.
Yeah.
F.
Mr. Ritzko, this week's win is I'm headed home for a good break after another long work run. I'm looking forward to seeing my family again.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back to YYC.
Yeah, back to the real world.
The Fly Fisher 54, the win is getting my tickets and accommodations booked for the IF4.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Opening the ring box and the answer being yes.
Well, Johnny, we talked about this.
There it is.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
There it is.
Yeah. Congrats. Honestly, a round of clicks for you guys. Johnny and I have been friends since 2019, and yeah, took him down the Red Worm Express in the winter of 2019, and John's been a faithful of TNL since then. And John and Tori came out this summer, did a trip with Tim and I, and she's a phenomenal human, as is John. And we've been chatting for quite some time about how this should go down. And I think nerves were a big part of it, but proud of you guys. Love you guys. Super cool. I think this is me.
Chloe, yeah.
My win is my wife starting a big new job next week.
Nice work, Megs.
I know that she'll be great in this new
You're
position.
going to be unreal.
Might as well read that one.
I
'cause it
should
is your
read that
turn.
one. Here we go. Lots of time with friends lately. So happy to see and catch up. Feels good to get out of hibernation. Yes, it does, Caitlin.
So what we keep talking about is it was minus 43 Celsius, and then a couple days later it was like plus 2. And now the daytime highs are in the mid-teens, and
She's feeling like spring.
Right?
it just feels good.
It does.
Days are getting long, like Ted said.
And it's only February.
I
That's
love
the scary thing.
I have no feeling in my legs from these coveralls from the bottom down.
You do know that means fishing time is really, really close.
Yeah, it probably is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tori, love you so much. Johnny, love you too, buddy. You guys, so happy and so grateful to be on that little bit of a journey with you guys. Got another win here.
Yeah, there we go. Tamara.
This just in. Tamara,
that's what I meant.
I don't know who's up, but I'll read it.
Go ahead.
Get in and hang out with the TNL fam after a tough last few days this week. Lost an old friend a couple days ago. Nice to focus on something else and forget the emotions, even for just a little bit. Or not forget the emotions, but just kind of transfer the emotions into this. Sorry to hear about your loss.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Like usual, we can't seem to keep this show into 2 hours anymore.
No.
So the new norm is 2.5.
And that's with no wizard, too. That's the scary part.
I know.
Right.
Season 7, episode 9. It is over. We only have 4 episodes. We have 8 flies left. And forever, ever, this show.
4 left.
Yeah, like just.
It's like. It goes fast, but we also know when we're getting to the end of this that it's going to bring us to something else.
A beautiful transition.
Yeah.
Back into fishing. And
back to the boats and the river.
That's why we stick around, because Jill shared her win.
Win is getting my win is getting a promotion and starting physical therapy for my shoulder next week. That's kudos. Kudos to the promotion and kudos to getting that shoulder feeling better again.
No doubt.
Just had to get off my seat.
Yeah.
The numbness.
It's taking over. And the good guy coveralls.
The good guy coveralls. Oh, it's so sad because every time we say goodbye, it's just one more show closer.
We're 35 minutes ahead of time.
That's what the mayor just said.
One more show. That's the mayor's son.
Yeah, that's the mayor's
We're
son.
one more show away from the $10,000 prize donation giveaway, the greatest night of your life.
That's a good party.
Is March going to be good? We'll call it March Madness because we got IF4. We got the $10,000 donation giveaway coming up. That's how she rolls.
Yeah. It's going to be a good party, as is every year. But,
to phrase a quote made famous by our friend, the good guy, Aaron, without further ado, we must shut the curtains. Let everybody get to bed who's out east, and the guys who are out west, make your bed. We had a couple beers that were out of this world and one beer that was kind of still in this world. We tied up a little bit of a new version of the Sulfur Soft Hackle, the copper wire that goes back and forth.
Looked great.
Well,
we took the knuckles off the Meadow Hopper because, who needs knuckles?
That's right.
When you're a hopper. And Maggie blew it out of this world with her strawberry rhubarb, I believe, tart with cheesecake crumble on top.
Yep.
My frontal lobe danced a sweet jazz ballroom disco. You ever see that music video? I'm gonna praise you like I do.
Praise you like I should. Fatboy Slim.
Yeah, there's just 2 dudes on the street.
No,
seen that music video?
No, I don't know.
Okay, check it out. Fatboy Slim.
It is Fatboy
the
Slim,
music
though, right?
video, yeah.
Praise you like I should.
Praise you like I should.
Yeah, that's Fatboy Slim.
Watch that music video, guys, because that's the closest that I can relate to my brain dancing when I eat Maggie's bacon. Ted, do you want to say something?
I was going to say, it sort of reminds me, you see those movies where they go jazz hands.
Yeah.
That's
kind of your hair.
Only it's in my hand.
Your hair's doing what your brain is. Look at that. See the flow? The orniconal flow.
Look at that quaff.
Ted's brain is jazz hands.
Yes.
My brain is fat boy. Well, I'm going to be a fat boy soon, not slim. If I keep chowing down. What does your brain do, Aaron?
My brain dances. It turns.
We need a metaphor. Troy, you didn't have any, so your brain is sleeping.
I sing all the time.
What else did we do on the show, guys? Scooter won Flyingo 2 weeks in a row.
That means another pay it forward. No more Wizard. Wizard doesn't exist anymore.
John and Tori got engaged.
Yep.
What a show.
Wow.
It's going to be hard to top
Been a
this
It's going to be hard to top this one. But
Yeah.
Tim will be back next Thursday.
He will be.
And we will try.
And
we'll
what do you
try our
guys, what do you guys
best.
tying next week?
Baldy ripped his nuts on a barbed wire fence.
Yeah.
His bubblegum shrimp tuna hung out. He now knows how Ken feels.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Ken,
next,
don't wear those shorts.
You got
with
the
the
Marabou Clouser and you got a swinging caddis next week.
we got
Nice.
Swinging caddis and the Marabou Clouser.
Nice.
We got these soft hackles for you guys this year. You asked for them, we delivered. Couple pretty simple flies, and we're excited to tie those up. But then after that, the show is coming to an end.
Almost.
Reach out if you need anything.
Almost
And
milestones.
we do have one person who's already hit the milestones, and that's Paulie D. Sent in his photos, and he crushed them. He crushed the whole season. He went ahead.
He anticipated.
Without our help and our guidance, he just put his flies where he wanted them.
Yeah.
And
sometimes you just know how the materials
rest
go on.
is history.
Right?
I'm Dana.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Troy.
I'm Ted.
And we're Thursday Night Live Fly Tying Season 7, Episode 9. And we'll see you guys next Thursday. Much love. Be great. Be someone's reason to smile. And we'll see you then.
OQP.
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life, and the point is enjoying who you share it with.